Designs. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe, and thank you for joining. So it's finally August 24th. I told you I would give you a length check. We're checking in with the condition of my hair as well. We kind of did a pre-length check last week, and I was at line 10 when I stretched a piece of hair. To grow my hair out, there's a few key things I've been focused on. The core of my hair regimen is cleansing and conditioning every week, alternating your moisturizing and protein conditioners, protective styling, drinking a ton of water, moisturizing and sealing nearly every day, and staying away from heat. Okay, so on that note, I said I was not going to flat iron my hair, told a little bit of a lie, told a little story. I'm gonna take some pictures on Tuesday discussing hair, so I wanted to have my actual hair out and done. So sorry, told a little fib. I did end up flat ironing my hair. I am enjoying it. I don't really get to enjoy my actual length very often. Let's watch a little bit of my flat iron process. regard to the length check, I'm not really sure what line I'm on at this point. So now I'm actually kind of confused. I took one picture, I was on line 9. I took another picture, I'm on line 10. I take another picture, I'm on line 11. So it's showing me, number one, I need to make sure like I'm lining the shirt up in the exact same way every single time. And I don't want to get too caught up in the length. My hair's definitely grown since May, but the exact number, now I'm kind of in limbo. I thought it was line 10, but now sometimes it looks closer to line 9. Not sure. I'm going to the Botanical Gardens in the King Center. I don't know if this is appropriate for Dr. King. If you're just joining me on this hair journey, I had a really high point in the middle of my hair. My hair was not growing. So you'll see in the video, one of my first questions after she blow dries it straight, is the spot gone? Yeah, girl, I cut that out last time. There's no reason there should be a W in your head. So because you trimmed it correctly, it did not grow back. But it also did not grow back because of a few key things I changed in my regimen. I started moisturizing more inside and out. Sometimes I fall short, but my goal is to drink a half gallon of water every day. You're running errands, you're out a lot. Again, like today, I'm about to go to Ice Cream Rolls, the King Center, and Botanical Gardens. I can't drink a half gallon of water. I don't want to use public restrooms, right? It's not feasible every day, but my goal on an average day is to drink a half gallon of water. And then topically, I also started applying a lot more moisture. I got a lot more serious about my lock method, which would be to use a leave-in or liquid, oil then cream. But my lock method would be reversing the C and the O. I apply cream and then oil. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do a video at some point and apply the lock method to one half of my head and then the LCO method to the other half and measure just so I can confirm for myself. But in general, no matter what method you choose, do something and do it often. So I moisturize and seal nearly every day. If I stretch, at the very least, it's every other day, but your hair definitely needs to be moisturized so that it will grow. I also made it a point to really moisturize the middle section of my head. I purposely start in the back of my head and work my way forward so there's no way that I forget. So sometimes just rushing, it's very easy to miss the middle back of your head. That's partially why I had that high point in the W. The last thing I also changed was wearing a simpler protective style. Like we think so hard and it's just not that deep. I used to wear, like my Queen Latifah Set It Off braids under my wigs. She would braid all the braids together in the back. So my moisturizing and sealing routine, like it just seemed like no matter what, apparently I wasn't getting through to all the pieces of hair on that middle braid, which also contributed to breakage, which caused that W in my head. I'm childish, I think I just wanted to do that. I actually moved away from these really difficult, intricate protective styles. Like guys, if your hair can fit into a bun, just put it in a bun. That's all you need to do. A protective style by definition is a style where you will not be able to comb through your hair and your ends are protected. The simplest thing you can do is wear a bun. I moisturize and seal every night, put on a bonnet. In the morning, let's say I take it off, I have a WebEx, I comb the outside of the bun and that's it. I don't comb through the insides. I let those strands rest and continue to grow, unharmed, unbothered, untouched. Our hair is so fragile, it does best and grows best when you really just leave it alone. I also would take some castor oil and literally just massage it in the back middle of my head. I wasn't sure if this spot wasn't growing because it just wasn't growing and my hair grows slow right there, or was it not growing because it wasn't being cut properly? Now it's gone, it's been cut out. 3 months later, it didn't come back, but I was unsure at the time. And what's great about documenting my hair journey, I now figured out what the problem was both dry and needed to be cut out. So I took care of those two things. And lastly, so it's been 12 weeks since I had a trim. I go through the process of getting my hair flat ironed and, blow dried. And she's like, I'm done. And I said, you're not gonna cut it? She said, no. She was like, why? Like my hair in the pictures, look like that's a semi-fresh trim. My ends basically never touch anything. Listen, a bun is now the GOAT in my book. So we forecasted another appointment, another 6 weeks out. I don't know if that's a little too far, and I actually might kind of backtrack and have her move that up to like 4 or 5. 6 kind of freaks me out, but again, I'm just taking care of my hair that well, and it's just that healthy that I don't need a trim even 12 weeks out. We all grew up thinking that you get a relaxer every 6 weeks and then you get a trim. Not only doubled that time, but I've obviously now exceeded it. When your hair's in a protective style, it's not rubbing up against your clothes, it's not rubbing up against your pillow, it's never exposed to the elements, so my hair is just in really, really good condition and I don't need a trim. It's a good surprise, but a surprise nonetheless. Most notably, what I've learned in the last 3 months is that moisture inside and out is pivotal to hair growth and can stop breakage for sure. And secondly, I've got to learn to be a little bit more conscious of what I'm doing with this t-shirt, like where it's hitting, where it's falling. Because I don't know if I'm at line 9 or if I'm at line 11 at this point. My hair is also in really good condition, which was a pleasant surprise. And I learned that I don't always need a trim at 12 weeks. I have to be a little bit more flexible. My hair is actually outperforming the health expectations I placed on it. I actually need to adjust that timeline I gave you all. It was trimmed at the end of May. Fast forward 3 months. It was supposed to be trimmed on August 21st. However, that didn't happen as planned. It will be trimmed the first week of October. My trims probably need to be scheduled at 15, 16 weeks. I've got to monitor my ends. What's crazy is I actually saw that the other day, but I thought I was tripping because I was doing something. I think it was about week 10 and I was looking at my hair and it was really, really straight. I was like, that's odd. Kristen, like, you're doing what you're supposed to do. It's not a bad thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for growing with me. Thank you for learning with me. As I learn and adjust, I'm sharing every bit that I can with you so that you can do the same. And it'll definitely help me out. Make sure you subscribe. Bye, guys.